Okay, yeah, incredible stuff.
Incredible.
Nobody saw it coming, if we're being honest.
I said it. You got to believe that you can beat them. I still believe that it was possible. I said when that team plays with the four, they are unbalanced, and they were unbalanced with Madrid in midfield. It was a bit too much in the second half. Declan Rice came big on the two free kicks, but ultimately for me, like I said, Bukayo Saka created everything. The two fouls were on him.
Yes.
Every time taking the ball, running past 1, 2 to 3 to 4 players to go inside to get the free kicks. But overall, as a team, Arsenal played really well. And now we were talking off air, and I will say it again. You can only claim that if you go through against Real Madrid, and it will be one of the best nights I've witnessed as an Arsenal fan, but you can't call it yet.
No, you can't, but it is a healthy lead. You know, people were talking about taking a 1-0 or 2-0 lead to the Bernabeu. Nobody thought 3-0.
Also that they were in a healthy lead against the Liverpool of Sadio Mane and Mo Salah and whatnot, and they lost 4.
Leo Messi in that team, yeah.
So with Leo Messi in the team and everything. So I've said it before. Am I happy tonight? Yes, I am. But there is a leg at Real Madrid.
Thierry, can I just ask you, in the lead up to this game, we obviously looked at your goal in the Bernabeu. It was like one of those iconic moments in, you know, Arsenal's history in terms of the Champions League. But, I mean, will Declan Rice's sort of performance, the 2 goals tonight, it just felt like one of the great moments we've seen from an Arsenal player, you know, in the history of the club in this competition?
Yeah, definitely. If we go through, most definitely everyone will remember that night because it was against, and it is against Real Madrid. But once again, you have to give Mikel Arteta a lot of credit on repositioning Declan Rice, like Micah talked about at the beginning of the game, because you see now what he's good at. You don't see anymore him not wanting to be on the ball very low and being scared of making mistakes. He goes forward, he participates in games. He take free kick. I thought that, you know, at the beginning of the first free kick, I was like, oh, the guard's going to take that. And then I was like, okay, the second one, it was clear to see that he was going to take that because he scored the first one. But look, I would still, by the way, I don't know what you thought, guys. I'm very sorry. I love Thibaut Courtois, but if you have 2 men on the ball, you can't have a wall of 4 people. I'm talking about the first one, not the second one. Second one, there is nothing you can do. You can put 10 goalkeepers there, it will never save it. But the first one, the position of the wall is questionable, especially when you have 2 men off the ball. It cannot only be 4 players there because that ball is easy to bend around. But for Declan Rice to realize it and whoever was with him also to let him do it, that's outstanding. And you can see, I mean, you can see it, by the way, how much the Arsenal fans are in love with Declan Rice. Not a lot of people are. There's always a debate, is it that great or not? But again, I'll go back to Mikel Arteta and what he did to put him in a position where he was going to show what he's good at.
Thierry, you must be happy though. 12 shots, 11 on target. They pressed a little bit higher, clean sheet, all-round great night for Arsenal.
Yes, he was. And I will be honest with you, at the very beginning in the first half, I was like, once you have them against the rope, you need to punish them because we know what they're capable of doing. And by the way, the 2 free kicks of Declan Rice just did that. But overall, as you said, they pressed well. The fans were at it. Everybody was at it. This is, like I said, I can't go, you know, over the moon and be too happy about it because there is a return leg and we've seen teams coming back. And if a team can do it, it's Real Madrid. But am I happy with what happened tonight? Am I happy with the way, by the way, Bukayo Saka played tonight for not playing for a very long time? Yes, I am. But then I have to also be humble because there is another game, and you know they can do it. But like I said, you know, the performance of Declan Rice was just outstanding, and hopefully we can go through and that can go down in history a bit better. Because if you like, do you remember when we beat Real Madrid and then you don't go through, it doesn't look right. So I'm just happy tonight. And
it does favour Arsenal.
We'll look forward to it.
Milking as well. We just beat Real Madrid 3-0, but there's a bit of a backstory there. Obviously, being at Real Madrid as a kid, but yeah, he's the captain, and there was times tonight it actually showed Odegaard and Saka linking up again to show that old pairing that's been missing for long periods of this season. And if Saka can stay fit and Odegaard can get back up to the levels, They're a decent team, this Arsenal.
Does everyone think this is over, or is there a second leg comeback in the offing?
No, it's not over, because we know, I think, what this Real Madrid team is capable of, particularly that kind of front four, which didn't really function at all. I don't think I've seen that all season. We spoke about maybe frailties before the game, but we were talking most about the defensive side of the game, the defensive structure. We never really spoke about their front four. You can't trust them. Well, tonight they were an absolute shadow. Mbappe, Rodrigo and Vinicius in particular. I thought Bellingham done okay. Probably him and Asensio at centre-half were the only two players in Real Madrid jerseys to come out with a little bit of credit. Apart from that, nowhere near good enough.
Martin, is it over?
No, well, 3-0, it's a long way back. And the way that Real Madrid, you're asking Real Madrid to change things in what is a matter of 7 or 8 days or something like this here. Right, they're capable of scoring a goal. We said that at the beginning, because they've got the ability to do that there. Vinicius was very, very poor. Mbappe never got a kick. And Rodrigo hasn't had a kick since he scored in the first couple of minutes against Atletico Madrid, way back in the previous round. So they've been really ordinary. But it's the fact is that they're capable of conceding. This is the whole point. They're all over the place. And eventually, when you're being well and truly beaten, of course, you don't find any energy to run. You don't do any of those particular things. So the last 10 or 15 minutes is gone. I thought to myself that they might just try and get a goal. Try and just get a goal to get back in, to give them something to hold on to. 3-0 is a long way back.
I think they can score. I think they can score.
They
can score 3 goals in this set. Well, actually, wouldn't surprise me. What would surprise me, though, they can keep a clean sheet. Yeah. For the reasons that we're talking about. I think Arsenal go and score.
You made a point at the start. You made a point at the start, and I've been critical of their midfield at the end of it. And then you said, and probably quite rightly, but who are they going to bring in? This is the whole point. It's all right. It's all very well saying that we'll replace it, but they need some energy in the middle of the pitch.
Well, also Camavinga is suspended for the second leg.
Well, that's good news for Real Madrid. It's really good news for Real Madrid. Seriously.
Is it that bad, man?
Look, I don't see it.
He's better than that, Martin. He's better than that, to be honest. He had a poor game tonight, you're right.
Well,
but
he would need to be. He would need to be better. It's not just tonight. When I'm talking about a midfield player, when you're playing for a team like Real Madrid, I think you've got to be able to do something. I don't see it in his game. I don't see it. I can see him. I could do what he does. He gets the ball and he passes it 10 or 15 yards and gets it back. And because he's left-footed, he looks a wee bit better. That's all. That's
more of a digger. You're right. He's more.
That's all.
Toussaint's probably the more accomplished ball player, man. He'll come in for the second game, maybe give him a little bit more in central midfield. But he's out. Camavinga's out now.
Well, as I said to you, that's good news for Real Madrid. But what I'm saying is that when you're Arsenal, and I know I said it at the beginning, but I genuinely believe it. When you see that Modric is playing against. He's been a great player. I'm not critical of that. He's been a fantastic footballer. But you can't expect a 39-year-old being up to do these things away from home against Arsenal. They're just going to outrun you.
A mountain to climb, to say the least, for Real Madrid in the second leg. An absolutely historic night for Arsenal. 3-0 winners. A lot to talk about after.
Started the game well, without creating too many clear-cut opportunities. Feels very lacklustre from Real Madrid at the moment. The Arsenal players must get a sense of that and take advantage of it. They've had some good moments into the game, got into good areas of the pitch, but some really fabulous crosses into the box. It might feel as if they game well without creating too many clear-cut opportunities. Feels very lacklustre from Real Madrid at the moment. The Arsenal players must get a sense of that and take advantage of it. They've had some good moments into the game, got into good areas of the pitch, but some really fabulous crosses into the box. It might feel as if they should have taken one of them. And from a Real Madrid perspective, quite disappointed actually front three really haven't influenced the game. Look a little bit off at the moment, playing within themselves. Arsenal have to take advantage.
I see Saka back in the starting lineup today, and we were hoping from an Arsenal point of view that would reinvigorate the attack somewhat. Have they threatened Real Madrid, do you think?
Oh, absolutely, yes. And Saka's done exactly what you're saying there, Ronnie, is invigorated the attack. He's got a wide here. He's taking Alaba on. Alaba staying off him. Doesn't even get doesn't stop the cross. Saka's starting now to perform. Ball's whipped in there. And that's got to find the net. It's really got to find the net. There's no question about it. Just a header down.
Arm, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And bit of play here. Good play by Martinelli. Puts it across and then at least somebody's trying to get to which Rice it was, trying to get to the near post, if nothing else. But this is just this is brilliant play, absolutely brilliant. If it wasn't Alaba, it is Bellingham. But that's there. That has to be in the net. It has to be in the net.
No striker attacking it.
Absolutely. just that little 1-2 again with Odegaard, the thing that Odegaard has been missing for the last couple of months. I think Saka's been absolutely fantastic. But this header by Rice, we think it's in the net. Great save, Courtois, and follow-up save then again from Martinelli. But really, just a 45 minutes of actual frustration from Arsenal's viewpoint.
I think Courtois did well to lift. He's got a big frame to lift up, and he did it pretty quickly there. Shay, you would have been happy with that one, I'm sure. It is Real Madrid. They might have been lacklustre, but they're still going to threaten at times.